Well, hello there everybody, Jers here, and welcome back to part 2 of Thalassa, Edge of the Abyss. Here we are inside the ship now at this point. Obviously haven't explored anything yet, so let's get into it, see what we can find here, and hopefully along the way, solve a few more of the mysteries along the mystery tree and progress further into finding out exactly what happened to this ship. So here we have a pamphlet. Let's take a look and see what this has to say. This century will see great strides being made in all endeavors on air, land, and sea. And the Thalassa is at the forefront of the latter. From this vessel, we will explore and expand the limits of maritime history and archaeology. Our latest expedition will see us raise from the depths the St. Catherine, a Spanish galleon of the line that has slumbered beneath the waves for nearly 300 years. This undertaking is no small feat, and it is for this reason you've been invited to visit the ship and invest in this history-making opportunity. Adventure awaits us all. Isabel Greenwood. Okay, so we got a signed pamphlet. What do we got over here? Looks like we've got an article here. The SS Thalassa, a new archaeology. And again, I don't know if it's Thalassa or Thalassa, so I'm going off of what Bailey said it was, how he pronounced it, so that's how we're going with this. That's what we're doing. So this is written by J. Linden. Launched on September 15th, 1898 from New York's shipping yards, the freshly christened SS Thalassa strives to do something unique in the new and adventurous age of sail, which up until now has been defined by the Discovery and Gauss Polar expeditions. Owned and funded by Ms. Isabel Greenwood, heiress to the Greenwood shipping and logging fortune, the Thalassa has been built to further the exploration of maritime history and archaeology. Outfitted to allow teams of deep-sea divers to operate on the seabed, the adventure-seeking Ms. Greenwood and her crew aim to bring the lost artifacts of yesteryear back into the light. Their first endeavor aboard the purpose-built vessel will be the exploration of an ancient Greek, trireme? I really hope that's right. In the Aegean Sea? Yeah, I hope that's right too. For Ms. Greenwood, this is just the beginning with various, and then it's no longer able to be read. So now we have a news article. We have a signed pamphlet. Okay, and there's nothing else over here from the looks of it. Okay, and then there's a painting here. Built at Thalassa 7 years ago. That's just a painting of the ship. Is there anything over here that we need to explore? Oh, what was that? Looks like a picture. Cracked the hell out of the frame. Two years ago. Wow. The whole crew.
We shouldn't dwell too much on it, Cam. This isn't just for you and me either. We owe it to their families to help them find some peace. Try finding some details on the expedition first. The planning room would be a good place to start. Deck 1 next to
Alright. I got nothing else over here to explore, so let's go on in here. Which room is this, by the way? Does it say? No. Okay, no signage. Is this luggage or something? Looks like luggage. I'm intelligent. Alright, let's see. What? Empty case? Patented phonograph recorder and a silver horseshoe. Is that silver horseshoe? Kind of odd. Phonograph case. Alright. It's a cylinder. What is this?
Say that again. A phonograph roll. Like when recording voices.
I guess
Is
so.
there a device to play it that works with your suit?
I'm sure there is somewhere. We're probably gonna find one, but it doesn't appear to be in this room. Hopefully it's nearby so we can listen to that. You imagine trying to move something like that underwater? The weight of that on its own, which doesn't seem to be too heavy, but still, when you're trying to move it underwater like that, it would fall on me if I had to do that. I'm not gonna lie. I'd injure myself. Alright, let's see here. Anything up here? No. And a nice typewriter here. I would love to have a typewriter like this in person, like just in real life. I would love to buy one, find one like this, just to have it. I had a typewriter as a kid, but it was like one of the newer ones of the 90s, which is nothing as fun as those. Nowhere near as cool. Alright, nothing over here. And here. I should look around for a phonograph player first. Thank you, game. Alright. And I know I'm probably doing this painfully slow, but... Oh. Yeah, I can't read that, but... There we go. But I just really... I don't want to miss anything. Because, I don't know, I just want to explore everything I can, find everything there is to find right away, but I'm usually really bad at games like this, and I always have to backtrack, because I miss something.
What does Isabel think? She's left resolving this to you and Eric.
Wonder who that is.
What do you think is the problem?
We are all distracted. It's been quite the day. I made more coffee for you, Captain. Ah, Carly. Yes, thank you. So the captain was being questioned. But by who? We should find out who that woman was.
Yeah, who is that person? That's a really good question. But of course, you know, stressful day, coffee's gonna totally settle down your nerves. Yeah, it's always the ideal thing. Not really. Alright. Well, I think we've gotten everything there is to get along the way here. Looks like we're gonna have to... Oh boy. Crawl under this. Yeah, again, I would knock that down and it would fall on top of me and I would probably die. I'm just saying. I would totally injure myself trying to crawl under that. I'd probably hit this and then it would just, boom, right on top of me. Just saying. I'm clumsy like that. Because the more I would tell myself not to, the more likely and more highly probable it would be that I would actually do it. Because I'm trying to tell myself not to do it. Infirmary. Of course we can't get in there. So, looking around here, we can't get into the infirmary. And there's nothing else here that we can seem to explore or obtain. Is that part of any clues or anything like that? Oh. I wonder, was that the conversation maybe that we witnessed when we were in here?
I know it's easy for me to say, sitting all the way up topside, but I'm here for you.
See if we can maybe open this. Alright, another unsuccessful attempt to open a door. Closed for safety. Alright. Anything else over here that we need to get? We've already looked at this before. Yeah, this is what we looked at in part 1. I'm just gonna kind of go side to side in the room here because I don't know if we're gonna miss anything. Wow, look at that. Alright. Let's see if we can... I remember we had to check the... We did check the display cases right here when we were in here before. What is this? Ropes. Okay, so secured display cases. And scrapbook? What is this? Okay, nothing on that page. Oh. Something in Jesse. What does that say? Oh, Thomas and Jesse. Okay, so she's got like a microphone in her hand. Alright. That was it. There's one picture in that scrapbook. Alright. Nothing else here. We got more ropes. These secure display cases. Wow, look at that door. Alright. Oh, a wax roll. Okay, these are gonna be fun, because now we can actually, like, listen to interviews and stuff along the way. Recordings of different kinds. I would assume that...
One piece of advice while you're aboard ship. Don't get on the wrong side of Kadri.
How so? He's a bit outspoken, but I appreciate that as a journalist.
More that he has favorites, such as our stoic captain. If you're not on his good side, he can be very unprofessional. I've gotten on the wrong side of him before, and I swear my meals were blander until he forgave me. You can see it with Thomas. I'm surprised there's anything edible on his plate.
It seems simple to me. He just treats people the way they treat him.
Wow. Yeah, so again, as a reminder, Kadri is the chef. You know, you would always want to make sure that you're on the good side of the person who is preparing your meals. I'm just saying, I feel like that's a given. Alright, so if we're taking a look here, the new passenger. And we have a picture here. This is a picture of a woman recording Thomas. He looks uncomfortable. Maria has written Thomas and Jesse underneath the image. We don't have anything else. Obviously, it would seem based on that that's who the voice is on the recordings is the unknown passenger. Oh, we got a photo. Looks like Kmart. Oh, there's a heart on the back. I wonder if that was in the scrapbook. Alright, is there anything else here? Oh, what is this? Carvings. M and K. Okay, that wasn't there the last time when we were down here. We got more ropes here. So there's a picture of Kmart with a heart on the back, and then there's a carving that's M and K. Oh, this is the way down from the upper level. We came down here at the start.
Stairs are blocked. Is there no way through? Damn. You'll have to find another way up there.
Fine. Can't be that simple. And of course we can't go up the stairs, because that's just not possible. So let's head on over this way here. Okay, nothing. Nothing. Nope. What is this over here? Nothing? No? So we've got a blocked entryway here. Engine room. And we can't get by there. I don't see why not. I don't see why you couldn't just, like, kick this out of the way. But whatever. What is this? Isabel's office. Okay, we've got this on the wall here. A modern pioneer, Ms. Greenwood on the SS Thalassa, J. Linden. On the first anniversary of the SS Thalassa's maiden voyage, I'm going to assume that's voyage. Interviewing Ms. Greenwood, it is clear that she is a unique individual, charting her own course, and the model of a modern independent woman. I have learnt to rely on myself, to stand on my own 2 feet, and pursue my goals. A lesson I picked up from my male counterparts. The Greenwood and Company board may call my historical expeditions self-centered whimsy, but quite frankly, my money, my illegible. Wonder if she meant to say whimsy to finish that off. So now we have an Fizabel, an Isabel feature. Jeez, how am I doing today? My goodness. Fizabel, that'll be a new word. Alright.
Was looking at the schematics. You should be able to get to the front of the ship via the maintenance shaft in the hallway beyond the galley.
Thank you, Bailey. Got anything over here? Oh, what is this? Hey, is that a horseshoe? Can we see a horseshoe in that case? Ah, come on, focus here a little bit. There we go. is this? I'm assuming that's Isabel.
That old picture. Much has happened since then. He thought a lady couldn't do the job. She put him in his place, though.
Wait, so... Let me see. Items. Objects. So that's Bailey, Eric, and Isabel. Right, there's that silver horseshoe that's in the picture. Interesting. Okay. I thought I remembered seeing a horseshoe. It wasn't even that long ago, so that was the only reason I was able to remember. I thought I saw a horseshoe. What is this? Glass cabinet. Okay, so it looks like we have missing records now as another clue. We have more ropes here. Okay, let's see. Anything else here? Oh. I just randomly clicked. So we opened the drawer, but there's nothing in there. A ring binder. Let's take a look here. I'm gonna assume I have to read. I've accepted that. June 16th, 1905. Dear Ms. Greenwood, as per our previous conversation, we are delighted to inform you that the reporter you requested has agreed to the job. As discussed, we'll be paying you for the exclusive story rights to the St. Catherine expedition. She is currently en route to port and will contact you via telegram. Yours sincerely, J.F. Chester, Editor-in-Chief. I wonder if that was the telegram we retrieved in the other room. Mystery progress available. What's that? The new passenger. Okay, so we have that picture, or we know there's a woman's voice on the recording. And then we also have, where was that? There was that one thing about Isabel. Correspondence between Isabel and the Illustrated New York News. It's requesting a female reporter. All right, let's see if that works. Okay, there we go. So a reporter named Jessie Linden from the Illustrated New York News was invited onto the ship by Isabel. She was writing about the St. Catherine mission.
I'm surprised Isabel invited a reporter aboard. She liked her privacy. We should look into this Jessie Linden and keep an eye out for more wax rolls. I wonder if she found anything out.
I don't see anything else. Okay, there's nothing on the floor here, nothing over here. We looked at that picture. Nothing in these display cases. All right, let's move on. You know, I know this is going to sound silly to say, but I almost feel like I should just stop trying to open doors in this structure, because so far it's not going too well. Bailey did say through the galley here that we would be able to presumably... Huh. Wonder what cottage pie is. I think it says cottage pie. Is that like... Oh. Oh, I just had a really gross idea. Is that like something with cottage cheese and like a pie form? That sounds disgusting. If that's... Oh, I just made myself nauseous. Okay. Just... I'm not even going to think about that anymore. Again, why do I bother opening, or attempting at least, to open doors? This has been completely unsuccessful, although we were able to open the door to get into the ship, but even then we almost fell off a cliff anyway. What on earth is this? Is that like a salt or a pepper shaker or something, and just a wooden buoy? Okay. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, wax roll.
She's such a rude child. She's Isabel's daughter, though, so... Nonetheless, everyone should be taught the importance of respect.
It's true. I agree, Kadri.
She seems like a bright young woman to me.
I can only say what I see, and I see a lot. And that girl makes chaos, mark my words.
That's interesting. I mean, when you consider where we are and what has happened. Something to think about. What the... Strange vegetable. What? What on earth? Is that a cow-painted vegetable? Or am I just really tired? 'Cause that looks like a cow-painted vegetable to me. What on earth? Is this what Kadri was doing? Because there was that comment earlier about, was it Thomas? Who didn't have anything hardly edible on his plate. Was Kadri out here, like, painting vegetables on his plate to look like cows? Okay, if so, that's pretty sadistic, I'm not gonna lie. If Kadri was doing that and serving that, I've got a difference of I've got a change of heart on Kadri. I'm just saying. Just saying. Alright, let's see. Anything over here? No. No. Okay. Maintenance. Oh, this is where we had to go. What? Gate's shut. Need something to get it open with. Of course we do. Hey, you know what probably would work? See how that's... That thing we dropped. The wrench. The wrench, that thing. The wrench that we dropped down the cliff there. Probably would have opened that just fine. And surprise, surprise, we don't have it anymore. Okay, this door requires a knife. Hey, here's a knife. I'm gonna not pick this up and use this to open the stupid door over here. Again, this game is trying to just tell me right away, right now, don't even bother with doors. It's gonna be the worst thing you could do. Because you know what? We're just gonna taunt you with doors. Oh, you wanna open that door? Oh, good luck. You're not going to. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. I'm down here exploring a freaking shipwreck. Let me open a damn door. F me. Ugh. Sorry. Okay. I need to regain my composure. Okay. Sorry, I'm just a little frustrated. I can't seem to open any doors. Let's go. What is...
good times there, didn't we?
Is that Kmar? Wow.
Can't believe they're all gone.
But that's a little unsettling. Very sad, too. I'm over here ranting about not being able to open doors. Perspective. Okay, let's get back to our task at hand here. Small bottle. Heroin. Well, isn't that something? Okay. We've got a heroin bottle. Nothing over here. Oh, look! It's another gate. It's a gate of some kind. It's a door, whatever you want to call it. It's a passageway, and guess what? Guess what? I can't open it. I gotta settle down. Let's continue on. Looking around for stuff. Looking for clues. A mess over here. Oh. Alright, well, before I get distracted and clear debris, and forget that I haven't looked over here yet, let's actually continue on looking over here first. Wax roll. Alright. Come on, there you go.
Keep hearing noises at night. It's not just the sounds of the ship or the sea, but someone on this floor is sneaking out on deck. What are they up to?
Interesting.
And that is not the only cause for suspicion. Some of the papers I've seen, some of the details the crew have let slip. I'll keep digging into what the high-ups are hiding.
Well, that's interesting to know. But what is this? There's a badge. We've got a new mystery available, too. Oh, there's Jesse's badge. Illustrated New York News. Here's a notepad. Legible. Quite believe how quickly has worsened. Something hand is needed. Even the lady of the manor has rolled up her sleeves and gotten to whatever. Assuming work. I probably should as well and make myself useful. Sounds like something was going on. I'm assuming that would have meant Isabel. Let's see. It says we've got new mysteries available. Sudden troubles. Jesse's notepad had descriptions of some sudden troubles arising. What were these troubles that affected the crew? Okay, so it was glowing yellow, so let's see what we got here. So we have a heroin bottle. That's not really going to be anything that's going to help us there. Warning sign. Put next to locked passageway stating closed for safety. Signs of trouble. Display cases were secured with additional bolts and ropes. Yeah, I would think if you're having some kind of rough weather or something, you would want to secure things. So let's try that. And let's go with that warning sign. Because those two things to me would be connected. And who had to help? Well, Isabel had to help because there was that note. Even she was rolling up her sleeves. There we go. All right. Becoming a regular sleuth here. According to Jesse, a sudden storm front took the Thalassa by surprise, making even Isabel pick up tools to help secure the ship.
A storm front wouldn't sink a Thalassa. Hans was too experienced and it was a new ship. But if Isabel was picking up tools, it must have been bad. Maybe the tools are still in her office.
Alright, so I guess we have to go back to Isabel's office now? I just want to make sure we don't have anything else here that we need to be looking into. I think we've gotten everything. We got the wax roll, there was a press badge on the floor, we had the notepad over here. Alright. We got the medicine bottle over there. Clear this debris out of the way. Do I try it? Yay! They do open sometimes. Alright. So here we are. Back at Isabel's office. Bailey suggested there might be tools in here. Okay, nothing in there. Anything over here? Nope. Nope. Not in here. No? We had that. No? Okay. Ropes. Anything over this way? No. Nothing. Oh! Metal object. Wait, this is here the whole time.
Good. You should be able to open the hatch to the maintenance hall.
Alright. We're making progress. Maintenance hall. Where was that again? See, this is where my sense of direction now is going to become laughable because I'm having a moment where I'm like, I don't remember where that was. Hey, I have a wrench. Can't I just... Okay, never mind. That's right, it's over here. Yep, okay. This hatch right here. I'm not gonna lie, so far I'm surprised. I made it back here relatively easily. That usually doesn't happen. When I say I have a bad sense of direction, I am not lying. Alright. Onward we go. Into this creepy looking hatch. We're the only ones here. It doesn't let me... I can't even swim over the thing. I have to click the button so I can go over and like step over into the hatch. Fine. Alright, there's nothing here in this little space from the looks of things. We gotta go up this ladder. Alright. Oh, what is this? Stack of reports. Let me pick them up. Come on. There we go. Work order number 10042. Crew member Kamar. Supervisor Eric. The date 28th of June 1905. Task is dive platform maintenance. Check all of the motors and platforms by the 1st of July. Started, was halfway done, got pulled into engine duties by Thomas. Seriously, Eric, what's the point of these forms? Yeah. We knew Kamar was frustrated over those reports from part 1. It's Kamar's guitar. Whoops. I wanted to read that, even though I think it's just going to tell me Kamar, but... Okay, I didn't have to read it. It still gives me the clue. Alright. Okay. Okay. So... Yes. We came this way. Told you. Sense of direction, awful. Way too similar looking, like in a very short space there. I don't think there's anything there. That wasn't a wax roll on the ground, I don't think. I hope not. Alright. Let's see here.
You doing alright?
As good as I can be, Bailey.
Good. Good. Try to just take it easy. Let me know when you get to the planning room.
This is a little bit creepy, I'm not gonna lie. A little unsettled here. But it's overall not bad. And as I've said in part 1, and I'm still going to continue to say it, this game visually is very, very impressive. And so far the story has me hooked. I want to know what happened. So I will say, all in all, I'm giving this game an A right now. I just really love the way this looks, and like I said, the sounds in the environment and everything, it's really immersive. Kind of curious, like I said before, what the music would add to this experience.
You always seem to have your hands full. If not the ship, it's the crew. And then there's Eric.
You notice? Eric loves to be in charge of everything. He's distrustful and always looking over his shoulder.
Unlike you, who is always listening to folks' problems, on top of being a mechanic.
Didn't you know? And the ship's head down too. Crews always need to let off some steam. People like Eric don't seem to understand that.
Kamar, the wearer of many hats, it would seem, aboard the ship here. Alright. Well, here we are. Kind of curious. I just want to keep checking in on the mysteries here, but so far, nothing. So we have the Expedition, and then we also have Late Night Wanderer 1. So I guess that would lead me to think that there's more than one indication of that. Storage 1A. This was closed when we were originally on the ship. Oh, another wax roll.
I'll bring dinner to your quarters. And you, miss?
No, thank you. About the delay.
Gossipers like you create chaos. You compromise safety. What this crew needs is less distractions. Hey!
What are you doing?
Oh, what now?
That was odd. There's a lot going on there in a very short period of time. Kind of felt a little... several things at once. I don't know how everybody else feels about that, but that's how I feel. I don't know what to make of that. Alright, I came from this direction here. Okay, there's nothing here. No? Alright. Let's move on here down the hall. From the storage room.
If you're on the other side of that stairwell to the hub, see if you can unblock it.
Yeah, so this is where we came through, I believe, from when we started the game. So I do remember there being lockers. Oh, what is this? Anything else over here? No? Alright, there we go. We've unblocked the passageway back down to the main hall. I'm sure that will come in handy. Oh, there's the planning room. Okay. And what is this? Okay, this is the other storage room. I think this was closed too, if I remember right. Take a look out the porthole here. Alright. We have anything in here? No. Okay, this is a little bit disappointing that the storage room is open and there's nothing in here seemingly for us to retrieve or add to the mysteries or, you know, the clues and all that stuff. All right. Well, here's the planning room.
What does the room look like? How's she holding up?
I mean, all in all, it doesn't look too bad, all things considered. Look at that. We got the curtains that still manage to, like, affect how much light you get in here. This is creepy, man. Look at that. Look how the water, the direction of the water and stuff, it's moving around, it shines off. That is so cool. I'm gonna give major props to the devs of this game just for the attention of detail to some of this stuff. Trash bin. What is this? Your siren song has me enthralled, but I know your past has you stalled. My turtle dove, let me prove to you my worth. My love, do not turn me aside again. Okay then. I apologize for my horrible reading of what appears to be poetry because, yeah, I could have done a better job at that. Alright, let's see. We have anything else in here that we need to check on? I feel like there should be... Okay. I'm like, there has to be more. Here's another notepad. What is this going to tell us? Jessie has asked that I look into her missing recording equipment. She insists that it has not been mislaid, but taken from her quarters. Hans does not support using our resources following up on this. Wow. Well, obviously they were very confrontational about, you know, and had feelings about Jessie being on board, but to not pursue missing equipment, I don't know about that. Scattered papers. What is this? St. Catherine, 7 days, 9 to 10 days. Assuming we get underway again, we should arrive by the 5th or 6th. Excavation, 10 days, 8 to 7 days. 1 week if we're lucky to get everything done. Give prior, I would assume that means prior or priority. Mystery progress available. Okay. Alright. Well, it says there's mystery progress available, but I'm gonna forego that for right now. We're just gonna check around in here again. Because there was a bit fuss placed on like getting into the planning room, so I just want to be sure that we're not missing anything else here. Kind of surprised you only have like 3 things of note in a planning room like this. I don't know, I just feel like this would be like a good spot for a little bit more to progress the story, but what do I know? I'm just along for the ride. And we have an open door, or a door that opens. So yeah, I guess I should apologize for being so frustrated earlier that the doors wouldn't open at first. Alright. Whoa. Okay, that kind of freaked me out a little bit.
This is the problem.
That pinches!
It's a bit uncomfortable, but it's better than losing your balance down there. Trust me.
Thanks, Alex.
Darn junior divers. Alright. We got Alex reappearing here. Urgent notice. All hands. Due to essential maintenance on the Thalassa, the expedition timetable has been delayed. Work is being done to rectify the issue, but in the meantime, speak with the captain and Eric regarding duties and the new schedule. Gleason, Chief Engineer. Interesting. Oh, what is this? There's a folder. Hans has tasked me to investigate the crane accident. Given the circumstances and with Ms. Greenwood's permission, I have agreed. Having already ruled out operator negligence or misconduct, I have arranged for an independent party to examine the crane, while I will look into the engineering design, installation and maintenance, and purchasing and quality. Eric. The crane accident. Alright. We have nothing else over here. Nothing over here, just a bunch of gear. We've got some stuff. Oh, another notebook. Okay. She doesn't sound right. That low hum and rattle keeps happening. There's definitely something wrong. Requests her to complete halt to check. Assign Kmar to assist in engineering. And our other duties suspended. So obviously there was mechanical concerns about the ship. Seems to become more and more apparent as we go along here. Here's a photo. You're not the wet behind the ears sprat that I apprenticed. Demisvar. I guess I'm saying that name right. I hope I am. Interesting. Okay. Oh, there's a memorial. Oh, wow, look at that. Poor Cam. Alright. Storage room here. Nothing. Okay. There's no way to go further in, and there's nothing here. Alright. This is where we started out at the very, very beginning. We were looking out this porthole right here, I believe. Alex was sitting right here. Nothing. Nope, can't pick that up. Figure out what was going on. Okay, so we can't go out the door. Oh. Another wax roll. Okay. Hooray for progress.
Your new role as chief engineer. An impressive feat at your age, wouldn't you say?
I suppose. Wouldn't say sign off on them.
Hmm.
Hans might go through them, but he's the captain.
Wait, so Thomas has new responsibilities. He's given the freedom to work on his designs, and the owner doesn't even sign off on them? That's interesting. Alright, well, before we, I guess, move on, I don't know where we're supposed to go from here, so let's take a look. Oh, we've got some stuff. Okay. Okay, so the Thalassa, the cradle was found and was found empty. What is this? Expedition progress. According to the map and the notes in the planning room, the Thalassa was still several days away from reaching the St. Catherine. Alright. There we go. Okay, so we've got that. And then according to this now, we have Jesse's missing recordings and the investigation. Let's look at Jesse's missing recordings here. Okay, so she had reported some of the recording equipment had gone missing. Eric was asked to look into it, although Hans did not support having time spent on it. There was that empty case. A phonograph recorder case with room for many cylindrical objects, completely empty except for a small silver horseshoe. Small silver horseshoe. Photo of Isabel and Maria together. Isabel is showing off Maria's silver charm bracelet. The charm's visible. There's a horseshoe. Okay, that's where it was. Alright. And I'm gonna say it's Maria then. Sweet. Alright, go me. Okay, we've got that solved. And this is solved. Oh. Oh wait, we have to do this again. Didn't we just solve an Expedition 1? Okay, so I guess that has to be repeated? Didn't we just do this? Okay, let's see. So it says here that Thomas had notified the crew of a delay to the expedition due to essential maintenance. So it says right there, so that was a delay. And who was responsible? That was Thomas's notes. Okay, and then further details. Let me see. So, because he had notes. Okay, so right here, Thomas had concerns claiming he heard unusual sounds from the engine. Alright. Okay, there we go. Alright. We're getting somewhere. So the mission had hit a major delay. Thomas complained about odd engine sounds, requesting time for him and Kmar to look into it. What kind of work were they doing, and how did it go?
Right. So they were having problems over a week before the distress call was made. You should head to the engine room, see what you can find.
Alright. Well, we still got this over here. Hans requested Eric to look into the crane accident that led to Alex's death. Who was Eric investigating? So we got to figure out who is connected to purchasing, who is connected to construction, and who is connected to engineering. So let's take a look here. Purchasing. Well, I'd like to think if you were the owner that you would have a hand in that, would you not? Oh, there's... Okay. And also cycle quickly through the characters. Okay. An American shipping and logging heiress. Okay. Isabel Greenwood, 37, is the main financier of the expedition to raise the St. Catherine and the owner of the Thalassa. A divorcee who has brought her teenage daughter Maria on the expedition. Okay, well, she's the owner. I feel like she's going to be responsible for the purchasing of it. Thomas is engineering, but he is asking Kmar to help him look into it. Construction. I feel like that was Thomas. Okay, so let's see. Requested or connected to purchasing is Isabel. Connected to construction. Is that Kmar? Because let's try that. And then Thomas, because he was the chief engineer. All right. Eric was tasked by Hans to investigate the crane accident to figure out the cause. He was looking into Thomas's design. Again, Thomas wouldn't sign, or Isabel rather, wouldn't sign off on some of that stuff. Ever, seemingly. The parts purchased by Isabel and Kmar's work with assembly and maintenance. Look at that. Oh, we can already solve this? Kmar interview. Kmar talks about working life on the Thalassa. He speaks negatively of Eric, who loves being in charge and looking over the crew's shoulders. He was being pretty negative. Okay. And then there was this too. A box of Kmar's unfinished reports. Yeah, we're totally going with that. Sweet. All right. Okay, it looks like that's all we've got for now. Okay, so I think we've solved everything we can solve with regard to the mystery tree. Finally go out here. Okay. I didn't know if we needed to backtrack. I didn't know if we needed to come out here. Uh-oh, what's happening? His eyes got blurry. Oh, it's another dream sequence, isn't it? Okay, we can't go in here. All right. Oh my gosh, we're on deck again. Can we go up here? No. Wow. Okay, we can't go there either. What? Oh boy. No way.
Morning. Couldn't sleep. The salt on the breeze, calm rush of the ocean around us. Really puts things into perspective. I'm happy here, on this ship with this crew. It shouldn't sound so gloomy, should it? I don't want to lose what we have here.
Hmm.
You're right. That's plenty of time.
Hmm.
And I'm the one who gets to decide, regardless of others here. Thank you.
You alright, Cam? You've gone quiet on me.
Oh, man.
What? Yeah, of course. I remember when you two joined. Alex was impressive. I thought you were both skilled, mind. Took a while to get to know you, but I'm glad I did. If you're feeling lightheaded, getting any signs of narcosis, tell me. It's dangerous to lose yourself down there.
Wow. Oh, that's something. I wonder where that other diver was that was up right over... I think they were right over this way. Or maybe maybe they were up here, rather. I think they were up here. I wonder where that person went. We're gonna have to fight them or something at some point. Let's see. Let's go up here first, because we couldn't go up here in the dream sequence, but we can go up here now. Wonder if this is like part of the setup for the anchor chains and stuff. Can't go down this way. Okay, so there's nothing over here. Let's just go over here. The smallest thing, and it wouldn't let me do it because I, you know, or I'll miss it, you know what I mean? Because it's just laying there and it's not easy to see. Oh, what is that? Jessie is a lying hag. Well then. New mystery available. Mast carving. Some crude carvings in the mast say Jessie is a lying hag. Who had it in for Jessie? Gee, I don't know. Could it have been the person who may have possibly stolen her recording equipment too? Maybe. Maybe. We're gonna try to solve this with this M&K thing here. Because we have that carving from when we had that here. Now I'm wondering, because M&K, what do we have on the list here of just one person who has the letter M in their name? Okay. So she was hostile towards Jessie, having called her a lying hag. Oh. What is...
I'm wise to you, Missy.
Maria?
What?
Maria?
What the...
Here.
Oh.
Ah,
Is that
there
Isabel?
You are. We're late for dinner with the others.
Will Jessie be joining us?
She's made quite the impression on you, hasn't she?
Hmm.
You could say that.
Interesting. Well, that was something. Alright, so we have... Still have, like, the mess hall commotion and stuff. As part of that. Okay, so we have... already gotten that. Alright, so I guess we need to proceed away from here now. Let's see. Okay, and we're down. I don't think there's anything here. No? And we can't go in here. Okay, so there's nothing... Nothing over there. Alright, so I guess we gotta proceed in this way. Oh, there's a wax roll. We haven't had one of these in a bit. I mean, I don't mind the cutscenes and all that either, but we haven't had one of these.
I really don't know what to do. He's not eating what I prepare for him. What am I? Just a cook? I provide. Why would he refuse?
Thomas seems anxious. He has a lot of responsibility. He probably means nothing by it. He's just unaware that...
It might be. Still, it undermines my position. Obsessing with his engine rattle. Kmar is even running out of patience, chasing ghost sounds.
Interesting. So Kadri was not happy with Thomas. But wasn't Thomas the one who didn't have the, basically the non-edible stuff on his plate? Or was Kadri out there trying to serve him that cow-painted vegetable and thinking he was going to eat it? Oh, there's a photo. Is that Hans?
That's the captain, all right. Did I tell you how he lost those fingers? I did. Well, he didn't cry out in pain or complain saving the green hand. Hans just stood there, bandaging his hand, and calmly told the fella to clear out his bunk.
Wow. That is one tough guy. Alright, let's go down here and see what we got. Wow. Okay. So that's the entrance there to the front deck. Alright. Make sure we're not missing anything on the ground here. Okay, there's a door. Before I go out that way, I want to explore around here if I can a little bit. Oh, another wax roll. Probably won't even be able to open that door anyway.
Everyone here is friendly and helpful.
I noticed that Kmar and Eric seem to have a bit of a disagreement.
Well, between you and me, they don't see eye to eye. Kmar's a great guy. Just a bit disorganized is all. Does not like being told what to do. Eric is the professional type. He wants things in order. Makes him an efficient boss. I just wish he would go a bit easier on Kmar.
Eric is overbearing.
No, not at all. He takes an interest, which I really appreciate, actually. It would be harder without him.
Thomas is trying to be the team player. Okay, so yeah, we can't progress past here. So we don't have any tools to cut the chains. What is this? Shift rotation. Team 1, Daniel, Joshua, Sebastian, Team Matthews. Team 2, Albert, George, Kmar, Pierre. Team 3. Andrew, B. Matthews, Michael, Samuel, Kamar. But Kamar's on here twice, back to back? Okay, so there's the infirmary. Crew quarters is downstairs, and storage... Oh, okay, so this is the door to the infirmary. We couldn't get into the infirmary before. Alright. Well, let's go on in here, I guess. Since it's the first door we're coming to. Alright. Here we are in the infirmary. Okay, nothing over here. It'd be cool if you saw a few fish just, you know, swim by. Oh, what is this? Garter. Well, that's an interesting little find. I guess, how you say? Fanshawe? It's Fanshawe. June 8th, 1905. Treated severe bruising to the right hand and possibly fracture of the ring finger. Proximal phalange. Finger is bandaged and strapped up and should not be used for at least, I guess, something. Hans's medical record. Got another door. I just want to make sure there isn't anything over here that I need to look for. Okay, nothing. Nothing. Oh, we've got two doors. Alright, we got more debris to clear. This was probably the door, I guess, that we were trying to get through before, I think. Alright, there we go. So we've got... Alright, we're back out to the main hall. Alright. What about this area? Can we do anything? This is one of those stained glass doors similar to the ones at the crew quarters. Okay, we can't get in there. Okay. We do have a way out now here to the main hall. We're going to go down into the crew quarters because, again, looking over here just to ensure that we haven't missed anything. There's nothing here. So we're going to go down here and see if possibly there's something down here to help us move along at this point because...
What? I'm having some problems here.
Oh, great.
I'll try to... Not leaving.
Oh, no.
Down is blocked. Same there from the crew cabins.
What? Of course we have communication problems with Bailey at this point now. Well, we haven't been down here, but it says here there's these straps to look at, so let's take a look. So we can read these. These straps were not secured. Interesting. Alright, oh wait, what's this? Metal object. Metal item. What is that? It's a cufflink. A little cufflink is sitting on that. this side up. Alright, is there anything else down here? Anything over here? No. Alright. Keep just kind of looking over into here, maybe. Nothing? Okay. You know, I should probably at this point really start utilizing the map that the game gives. I'm just saying. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay, so we can't get into here. There's nothing over here. Came down these steps. Is there anything of... Nothing. Okay. As I've said, I'm just so worried I'm gonna miss something important if I just don't carefully inspect everything that there is to inspect. This is one of those... I think these are one of the stained glass doors. I wonder, does this go to the cabins? Crew cabins. Okay. Little passageway here. Are we going to encounter anybody? Why, that's a little creepy. This is very unsettling. Klaus. That stateroom is just not accessible. There's no way to go this way either. Come on, game. Give me some visual here. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, that static got me.
I can't hear you. Damn. Lost it. Got you.
Convenient that we start getting into the ships, like, further below deck into the ships here, like, further below deck into the ship, onto the ship rather, and now we're having communication problems. I could not get that out of my mouth. I knew what I was trying to say. Okay. What do we have here? This is really, really dark in here, and the light that we have, it's not... It is not providing much. What was that? I thought I saw a little prompt on the screen. No? Okay. I must be imagining things at this point. Probably not far off, because frankly this has been quite an experience so far, I will say. And here we are in Kamar's cabin, stateroom, quarters, whatever you would like to call it. Okay, there's nothing in that chest. There is some stuff here. Blackboard notes. Engineering shift checks. Part 0143, likely culprit, 30th of June. Parts 9924, possibly 1st of July. And then the rest of these were checked and seemingly not likely a culprit, but there was a part that is noted here. Part 0143 is the likely culprit, and 9924 he is marked as possibly. Here's a paper. What does this say? Ms. Greenwood, sorry to have to bring this to your attention, but you've always said that your doors are open to crew concerns. I'm having an issue performing my duties due to another member of the... I'm going to assume that says expedition, possibly. Interfering with, hindering my work, being pig-headed. At this point, it's just sabotage. Or Kamar seemed a little bit frustrated. I'm going to assume that he's frustrated with Eric. There's a bottle in the ground. It's a whiskey bottle. Nothing else seemingly here of note to check out. We can't really hang around in there much longer. Here's Sebastian's stateroom. Can't get in here. We have a collapsed corridor right here. Collapsed corridor, and we'll just squeeze our way through anyway. Here's Kadri's stateroom. Of course there's a cutting board in Kadri's stateroom. Of course there is. Here's a wax roll. Let's take a listen to this and see what's on here. Hopefully something good.
You have a good relationship with Hands. Since I
Hands.
came aboard, we've not got off to the best of starts.
Hands.
The captain is a very private person.
I respect that. But if only I could understand him better. It's making my job reporting on all of this harder. I get the impression he's normally this way. Is he alright? He seems very tired.
The captain is not himself, no. He has been troubled since the accident. It's
Understandable.
not my place to say.
But you are worried about him. It's a credit to you how well you look after all the crew.
Well, of course I am. He barely touches his food. He's not sleeping well. Those pills do not help.
What pills?
Pills, huh? Lump of wood. We have a new mystery available to us. What on earth is that supposed to be? It looks like some kind of an animal head, I think. Now here we are in the crew quarters. Now it says area of interest, which would be right there. Which we're here, and I swear there was nothing else in here. Did I miss something? Because if I go back to the map, still has this marked as an area of interest. Did I miss anything in here? I really don't know. I really don't know. See, because when I come back out here, it is still telling me, I mean, it's highlighted there as an area of interest. So I have to be missing something before I can, shouldn't obviously proceed until I figure it out. What the hell am I missing? Are you kidding me? I walked right by that. Would you look at that? There's a key. Alright, let's go back out here now and see what happens. Does the highlight go away on the map? And it does. Okay. Well, that's a good note. A good mental note that I've made for myself is I need to use that map. Because that map is going to be the thing that's going to save me from missing things. Obviously. Probably should have been doing that all along, but so far things have been kind of easy to locate. Okay, so we're in a good spot here in terms of being able to find some stuff, hopefully, and start piecing together a few things. What is this? I guess, do I have to... There we go. Alright, we'll be able to clear this now. Perfect. Okay. So now we've got entry to the engine room from up there. And we have that key, but I don't know what we're supposed to do. So let's just proceed on. We'll grab this wax roll. Let's take a listen.
Some initial thoughts. There's definitely more going on than meets the eye. There is an atmosphere on this ship, whether due to the accident or something else. I can't tell yet.
Okay. Let's take a look and see what's available. Okay, again, like nothing is yellow, so I don't want to even start putting any of the clues or anything in place because I don't know if I'm supposed to. I'm just trying to get my bearings because I don't remember exactly. So, right, we open this up and now we're moving into here. I would assume that we need to continue on in this direction here, and that having all of these passageways that were previously blocked being opened up as we move along, that we're eventually going to have to make our way back in that direction. This is getting really unsettling coming down into this part of the ship now. So here we are, further down into the depths of the ship here. This is really uncomfortable. I'm legit uncomfortable right now. Okay. It's just a game, it's fine. It's fine. Alright, let's see. So to be honest, I don't know if I should go this way or if I should continue on this way. Maybe I should consult the map. Oh, look at that. We're in a crucial area. That's good to know. Oh man. Okay. I don't know how to feel about that. Whoa. Need to figure out what was happening with the engine. I'm gonna take it that I've got to go back this way. Parts. Okay, what exactly am I... Nothing? Okay, this is gonna give us something. Okay, so there was something replaced here. Obviously, a critical failure. Okay, we can't go there. We got more parts here. I'm assuming that that was used in tandem with that. I'm no engineer or anything. 0143. Wait, so there was a note that we found in Kamar's quarters. 0143 likely called. There it is. Okay, so this was the part that, according to Kamar's notes, he felt that this was the likely reason for the problem. Is this right here? Now, there was that other part that was numbered too that he felt could be possible. Possible culprit. Wait, is this it? 0529. What was the other note? Okay, that was 9924, so that's not this one. 0509. Did he even have 0509 noted? Okay, so he had 0509 as unlikely. So, oh, let's see. Can we find anything else? Okay, here's another one. 4040. 4040. Okay, so that's marked as check there. Okay. So we have... Oh, what is this? I missed a marking. 5673. Did he have that noted? Probably, but he had this marked as unlikely as well. Okay, did we check everything then? Because I'm looking down here at this section of the map where we are, and it's still highlighted. So I need to see if I got everything, and I'm wondering if I missed something. I remember this was the replaced part, and then we had this marking. He did have another number on that note, but I didn't find that. Which makes me think that I missed something down here. Nothing there. Okay, we have that. Okay, we have that too. Oh, shoot. 3726. Now it says mystery progress available. And this is now glowing. Okay, so we put the replaced parts in here. And we know... It says details of the work done, so that would be the notation on the blackboard in Kamar's cabin. Connecting evidence. Now it says 3726 and 4040 check. Marking 4040. Marking 3726. Last thing worked on. Alright, well, we got 4040. Okay, that's not... Okay. Last thing worked on. Oh, wait a minute. The replaced part was this. 3726. Looks like it might... Okay, I think that is used in conjunction with that. 4040 does not. Okay. Thomas and Kamar did an overhaul of the engines. Working for many days, they checked and replaced several parts, but by 4th of July, they had not found the issue. Oh, we're getting a cutscene. Oh no. Okay. So that's... Oh, we've got another mystery to solve. Alright. Investigating Thomas. We already had the interview from Thomas in here already. And again, he had freedom of design by Isabel. She wasn't signing off on anything. Hans may have looked at those things as the captain, but he was largely left to his own devices. And then, let's see, we've got engine troubleshooting. Thomas and Kamar, yep, we already, alright, we know that. And they replaced those parts. And Eric was investigating Thomas. He had been responsible for the engineering of the crane. He is the chief engineer. There we go. Okay. We are getting somewhere. So let's head... my sense of direction is... My lack of sense of direction is kicking in now. Okay, that's the ladder. I think that we came down. And then, of course, we had to go down that way. this is the part, I think. Okay, here we go. Wood pipe. That is a stylish pipe though with that carving in there. All right, let's head up. Okay, so we've come up the ladder here. All right, we're making our way. When you turn around real fast, the game takes a second for everything to get caught back up because it was really well lit, and then I turned around and it takes a second, unfortunately, for that to happen. But all right, nothing here. Again, just to consult the map. Nothing highlighted. Okay, I don't know where we're heading now, but... Oh, this is... Okay. Here was our stateroom right here. There's Alex's stateroom. Okay, so now we're back below, right below the main hall. The turtle's up here on the shelf now. It was down here before, but we have a wax roll. Funny how I remember about the turtle for some reason, but yeah.
You're having challenges with your work then?
You know, Isabella's always so busy and Hans has been, well, absent. To be honest, the captain's been a bit of a recluse of late. It's detrimental to all our work. But he takes care of the ship. I just expect to get more of his ear as the chief. He had time for my mentor. Oh, I don't mean anything by that, though.
Sounds like Thomas might be taking that a little personal. Okay. So yeah, here we are. We're right back. Here's our old stateroom, which we cannot seemingly gain access to. Here's Alex's. Oh. Oh my gosh.
Cam, come and take a look at this gauge. It's state of the art.
Wow. Oh. It doesn't get any easier. Have any iteration of... See any manifestation whatsoever of Alex. Alright, we got a folder here. What is this? The Thalassa. There's a new mystery available now. Pile of papers. Crew manifest, June 1900. Illegible, 13th of June 1900. Number 30067, SS Thalassa, New York. Let's take a look here. Okay, so we've got the engine 2, the journalist, something wrong with Hans, 1, hidden compartment. There was a hidden compartment under Alex's desk. Near it, a folder regarding the Thalassa. Why did Alex have this? That's a really good question. Okay, we got another paper right here. What is this? Amount, $100, pay to illegible. Of course, the pay to isn't able to be figured out. Okay, there's just not a lot here. Number 30067. Even the signed isn't legible, and all we know is that it's 1900. That's all we know. I just realized, and I was like, man, this seems weird. And now I know why. Because this right here is Alex's stateroom. And then over here is a hole in the wall, obviously, that this is our stateroom. Our old stateroom. So now we're here. We found this check floating. So this is... Wow. And it seems like we can exit the ship from here. Okay, but I don't want to do that. I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, why does it seem like Alex's bed is like way over there when I thought it was over here? And it was. It was. Okay. One thing I want to do really quickly. Let's check the map here. Okay, so there's still, according to this in the living area, there's still something. Okay, so we just can't get in through that door, but obviously we have a way of going in there. Oh, I think I just saw something. Jacket. What is this? Is that blood? What is that? Bloody jacket. Alright, well we know we got something we can use to solve here. Now I'm, like I said, in looking at this, we'll put the check there, and then we'll also put the Thalassa research there. Okay, there we go. More progress. Alright.
Look out! Lost without him, without me, without us to guide you.